Welcome to the Stand Like Men podcast. I am Logan Ingram.
And I'm Daniel Trollenberg.
And we are here to learn what it means to live out true biblical masculinity. We are going through the Bible and trying to figure out what that looks like and what we're supposed to be doing as men.
Yeah, and if you're liking the show, we'd love it if you would leave us a comment and subscribe and like the show and hit the bell and do all the things that you're supposed to do that I don't really know what they're supposed to do. Listen. Oh, there it is. I'm going to
continue to listen.
Yeah. We appreciate you listening, and we'd love it if you would send it to your friends and or enemies and let them listen to us.
Yeah, be passive aggressive about it and send it to someone and say, they really need to hear this.
Yeah.
Just send it to them.
Hey, I heard this episode and thought of you. you really need to get your act together.
There you go. Yeah. We're on episode 47.
Yeah.
And we've gone through war and politics and all of that stuff.
Can you pull that mic closer to your mouth?
Yeah. Right there?
That's better.
Okay, cool.
So episode 47.
And so we are going to be doing what it means to seek justice and love mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good follow-up to all of those conversations about war and politics.
I agree.
Yeah.
What is justice?
I don't know. Don't ask me that. I know you're a comic fan as I am. What is your definition of justice?
I didn't actually get a definition of
That's
that.
what if somebody says the word justice, I just immediately think of DC Comics. Like just immediately.
That's actually a great first thought. I don't think of anything when I think of justice. I think of it's kind of ambiguous. It's like what is right, what is fair.
Yeah, what is fair and right? Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Google says justice is the principle of fairness, impartiality, and moral rightness in the treatment of individuals by the law and in society.
Yeah, here's ChatGPT helped me out with justice is about, and this follows with the biblical theme. Justice is about aligning our actions with God's truth, doing what is right, even when it is costly or inconvenient. Because I kind of think of that, right? Say something illegal happens. Well, to get justice, it's going to be super inconvenient for everybody to come to court and arrest somebody spend the night in jail, all the people that are involved. It's costly and it's inconvenient, but they're seeking the truth and seeking justice for it.
Yeah, it's restoring cohesion to the group.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Restoring a rightness, a fairness.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It's just restoring the rightness of the world.
Bringing the community back to a community.
Yeah. What about mercy?
Hold on. There's a gnat. I lost it. Sorry. We left for a week, and then we had somebody kind of dog sit the house, or house sit, and then she didn't do any dishes, which is fine. She didn't make any. She used maybe 8 dishes all week, just the cups and whatnot. But because she hadn't been running the water in the sink, they just kind of so gnats. we've been fighting gnats for a minute. And so whenever I see a gnat, I'm like, I got to put everything on pause.
We had a huge problem with gnats for some reason because we didn't leave food out or anything. It's just they were just in here, and they put those little blue light thing.
Yeah, we've got
plug-in
3 of those in the house.
Things they're gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess they work.
Those little blue light things you plug in are great.
Yeah, they work great.
But
we got one for the house for house flies.
We have 3. We've got just spread out around the house, living room, kitchen area. They work great. Anyway, this is not a promotional ad for them. Not a sponsor, but if they want to be, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Pest control.
Yeah.
For the men we need. Stand like men.
What were we talking about? You asked about mercy.
Yeah. What's your definition of mercy?
Not receiving the punishment you were deserved.
Yep.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's the difference between justice and revenge?
So revenge, I think, is literally just eye for an eye. You got me, I'm going to get you. Whereas justice is, hey, this was wrong. We're going to make it right.
Yeah.
Whereas it's, like you said, righting, you're righting the situation. Whereas revenge is just I could very possibly make it worse.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get you for doing what you did to me.
Yeah. I kind of see it as whereas justice was making the community whole or better, or you're doing this to make the community better. Revenge is I'm doing this to make me feel better.
Yeah, and I think revenge is definitely more selfish.
Yeah.
Self-centered anyway. Maybe not selfish because it could be for someone else, but self-centered.
Yeah.
So you made me feel this way, or this person, and I am. It's all about me. So I'm going to do this to you.
Yeah, and it's rarely, if ever, never. I would say never. Like, revenge is never about getting even. It's about, like, I'm going to do eye for eye, but I'm going to put a little bit extra on so that you feel the pain that I felt when you did that to me.
Yep.
And we talked about that a little bit in the last episode. Yeah. It's a payback. And, like, I need you to pay for the emotional trauma that, the emotional impact that you had on me.
Yeah.
And so would you say that revenge is good or acceptable or okay?
Man, don't ask me those questions.
Oh, I thought that'd be an easy question.
So in my mind, I love the thought of revenge.
Yeah.
And look at it selfishly as justice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really not.
Yeah.
It's selfish.
Yeah.
And so, no, I wouldn't say that it was good, even though my body wants it to be good.
Yeah.
My flesh wants it to be good. Because, what better way? Just enact what they did to you.
Mm-hmm.
Get them back.
I'll get you back. Yeah. That was well put, because I thought you just... I was expecting you to just say, no, revenge is not good, but you expanded on it. That was very well said.
Oh, man.
I appreciate that.
I aim to please.
I appreciate that.
I aim to please.
And our listener also appreciates it as well.
Yeah. So the basis for this conversation is Micah 6:8. He has shown you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice or seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God? There's not much better clear command in the Bible to men, because he says he has shown you, oh man, what is good. And then he lists it.
Yeah.
And what does the Lord require of you? He lists it. Seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly.
Yeah.
So what about walking with humility? Because I think you've got to have that if you're seeking justice rather than revenge. Right?
Yes. You're not humble when you're seeking revenge.
Right.
You're not humble because when you're looking for revenge, you're not looking for justice or mercy. Like, you're not interested in justice or mercy because you're out for yourself. You're out to make yourself feel better or feel vindicated.
Mercy is, forgiveness.
Yeah.
Compassion.
Yeah.
It's
not giving them what they deserve.
Mercy has got to come out of your heart pretty much. Whereas if you're seeking revenge, that's not from your heart. That's just from your flesh. And that's not being humble. Because a lot of time you got to humble yourself before you can be merciful to some people.
Real quick. Can you lift that mic vertically up a little bit? Yeah.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better.
Oh yeah, that is better.
If I crank the...
Man, why are they being so fickle today?
I don't know. Well, we did move them.
That's true.
But if I turn up the gain too much, I get a hum in the background.
Oh, okay. I'm blessed with hearing loss, so I don't hear that. I'm just blessed with it my entire life.
Oh. That's funny. I have nothing to say, though.
All right.
Should we talk about humility for a little bit?
Yeah. So some of my notes is humility keeps both justice and mercy in balance. It's reminding us that justice without humility becomes pride, and that mercy without humility becomes weakness. It's just being afraid.
Okay.
You're just not punishing somebody because you're afraid of them. So you're shrinking back from your responsibility. And I think we have a responsibility to justice, right? Because we can't just literally, I don't like using this analogy because it's been overplayed over and over, and I took the wrong meaning for it for a long time. It's, turning the other cheek.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like if somebody walks in my house and shoots my son, I'm not going to pass him my other one and go, here's the other one.
Yeah.
That'd be turning the other cheek.
Yeah.
But that is not what we're called to do. I know you cannot ever convince me that God wants that from us.
No.
Our job is to protect our family, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's quokka behavior.
What?
Quokka?
What is that?
We've got a lot of tangents today.
Okay.
So a quokka is probably the cutest. There's that gnat.
I've spotted him a few times.
Yeah. A quokka is a marsupial.
Okay.
It is probably the happiest looking animal ever. It is adorable and cute. It's spelled Q-U something.
I cannot believe I don't know what this is.
Q-U-Oka. Q-U-O-K-A, something like that. It's adorable. Its primary defense against predators is to throw its young at the predator so it can run away.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to do that.
Whenever it's attacked, it will throw its baby and then it will run so it can get away.
Isn't it amazing that people will freak out if somebody was like using that animal for some sort of sustenance purpose?
Yeah.
I'm like, just leave them alone. They're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Except sacrificing their young.
Sacrificing their young. It's exactly what the Canaanites did.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, look it up. It's an adorable looking creature.
I will
and it'll make you go, oh, what a cute little creature. And then you're going to know the dark side that lives in it.
I'll know.
Yeah, you'll know.
Yeah, I'll see
and you'll recognize
the darkness behind its eyes.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
I didn't mean to derail us. But yeah, turning the other cheek is not about rolling over. It's about, because I heard someone talking about it the other day, and they were saying that it is regaining the power.
What is
in that turning the other cheek and giving them their cloak as well. It's about regaining power in that like relationship or whatever. And I think it's different than that.
Yeah.
I think it's exposing that person to what they've done wrong and showing like, okay, you slapped me. Okay. Do you want to slap the other cheek as well? Or, oh, you took my cloak. What is it? If they sue you and take your cloak, take your robe, give them your cloak as well. Or something like that. Like, okay, it's like, okay, you've done this wrong thing to me here. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to keep doing the wrong thing? If someone forces you to walk a mile, okay, hey, let's walk another mile. You felt good about doing 1 mile. If 1 mile is acceptable, why is 2 miles not? Like, where's this arbitrary line of right and wrong? Mm-hmm. And this, I think that's, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning. That's what turning the other cheek is about.
I like that.
It's like exposing it. It's humbly. That's the word, right?
Yeah. Humbly.
Why does that sound wrong all of a sudden?
I don't know. Maybe because you're in a microphone and you're hearing the feedback.
Humbly?
You're hearing yourself say it.
It's just the word itself.
Humbly?
Suddenly does, like, you ever get those words?
Oh yeah.
Like fork. Fork doesn't seem like a word anymore.
You just don't say it over and over and over. The more you say it, the weirder it sounds.
Okay.
I have noticed that if that thought pops in my brain and I try and say it over and over to make it sound right, it gets way worse.
Okay.
In my mind.
Sorry for that ADHD derailment. It is about humbly, I think that's humbly showing the other person their error, but not in a like an aggressive way, and not passively either. You're not rolling over. You're not throwing your child at them. You are humbly saying, okay, you can keep doing this to me, but at what point do you start recognizing that this is wrong? And at what point should you have recognized that this is wrong?
Yeah. And I was actually talking to Joshua about this. People use this in negotiations, or like if you're being picked on or bullied or dealing with a narcissist and they say something like maybe harsh or even really passive aggressive or something to you, repeat it or make them repeat it. And it's kind of that way. It's like, like say someone says to me, man, I hate your guts. You go, you hate my guts? And you like make them confirm it. Cause sometimes they'll say it like in the heat of the moment. And then and it's like the second you turn it back to where they have to repeat it again, it like messes them up because, they realize, they go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or I took that risk. I'm not saying it again. Yeah. Kind of thing, because they're confirming, like it's almost like there's a cop out. If you say it once, slip of the tongue, I was in the heat of the moment, whatever it is. And whereas, you say, I hate your guts. Well, okay, I'm gonna knock your teeth out. Yeah. All right. I mean, you said it. Yeah. You hate me. What do I have to lose? Instead, I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. Explain. You hate me? Yeah. And then they have to say yes. Yeah. And it's a weird feeling if you get that thrown back on you and you have to repeat it. But that's kind of the turning the other cheek, what you were saying. Yeah. Like, oh, you want to go 1 mile? It's like, let's go 2. Whereas you could be like, I'm not going a mile with you. You think I'm going 2? Let's have a throwdown, knockdown right here. Yeah. You're calling it out without lashing out for revenge, right? Yeah. You're acknowledging that a wrong was made. Yeah. It's a de-escalation. Yeah. It's a response rather than a react. Like a react is, oh man, you hit me. Yeah. A react is, I'm going to knock your teeth out. Yeah. A response is, okay, it is a merciful action to turn the other cheek, because it's not like you have every right, eye for eye, to knock their teeth out once, or to slap them once they slap you. Like you can strike back. That is, nobody would count that as wrong, maybe. And I think it takes some humility to not. It takes a lot of humility to withhold yourself and to restrain yourself, and self-control. Humility and self-control to hold back and to like respond in that moment. Yeah. And I think we need to make it clear too that justice isn't always about someone else. Like it's also owning our own actions and owning justice for what we have done as well. Because think about if we don't do that. Say we've talked about saying sorry to our kids, right? Well, say we lash out because we've had a hard day at work or something. Well, justice is that they get to do it back to us, right? That we have done something wrong. We need to make it right. And so that's on us because we were the one that created the injustice. Yeah. So we can't just always be pointing and going, you did this wrong. We're going to make it right. I think a big part of this is walking humbly with God and being a man and stepping up and fulfilling our role is acknowledging that. Yeah. Seeking justice for ourselves, if you will, I guess. But being humble enough to admit when we've done wrong and righting it. Yeah. Not just admitting it, not just the empty sorry. It's actual change of action. Yeah. So talking about humility, I think a lot of that goes back to recognizing who you are and recognizing who they are. On the bare bones, like at the base level, we are image bearers of God. I'm an image bearer of God, and that whoever that person is an image bearer of God. And it's recognizing that whatever they have done to you, you've also done that to Jesus. Yeah. Like nobody has done anything so heinous to you that you have not done worse to Jesus, which required him to come and sacrifice himself for us. And so humility is recognizing that it's not it's not self-deprecation. It's not putting yourself lower than somebody else necessarily. It is recognizing their value. It recognizes
that you have value and they have value, and you're not going to diminish their value. It's putting others' needs above your own desires. It's I feel like I'm all over the place with it. Like I'm all around it. I think it's all relevant. I just don't know if I'm hitting right in the middle. Do you have anything else to add on humility?
No, I think you covered it right there.
Okay.
Well, I think just kind of another point is that humility is maybe the bridge between justice and mercy. Like we can be quick to say that I was wrong, and nothing models godly leadership to a child or spouse like humility in action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they see that, if people around us at work see humility.
Yeah.
Like they'll be drawn to that a little bit. Our kids, hopefully they'll reflect that. Our wives, hopefully they'll reflect that too. Because they see us exercising these things through humility.
Yeah. Well, it's walk humbly with your God.
Yep.
It's putting your wife's needs. It's putting your children's needs. It's putting your coworkers' needs above your desires.
Yeah. So going back to justice, one thing that I think is a key is that through seeking justice, we're really seeking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because revenge can just be like, I think you did this to me, so I'm going to do this back to you.
Yeah.
Whereas justice is, okay, here's we bring everybody in, here's the truth of what happened. We're going to make it right. Mm-hmm. So you have to seek the truth, right? To seek justice, or else it's not really justice.
Yeah.
It's revenge or just acting on impulse. So you've got to be able to find the truth in that scenario to be able to even administer justice, or else you don't know what fair is. Mm-hmm. That's really what justice is. It's just fairness, kind of, if we're really, really simple with it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're supposed to seek justice, which is not revenge. It's restoring cohesion in amongst the community. It's others centered. Like it's not self-centered like revenge is. Mm-hmm. But how does mercy come in with that? Because isn't mercy just letting people get away with it?
So here's something. Justice without mercy is a sword without a sheath. And then mercy without justice is a flame without heat.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
explain those to me.
Yeah. Justice without mercy is you're just an axe, right? Or a sword without a sheath. You're just cutting everything.
Yeah.
And right or wrong, bam, right, bam. It almost becomes revenge at some point. You're just seeking ultimate justice right then without any mercy, because we've got to use our intellect, right, and our intuition and some intelligence. We can't just go through, like, say justice is punish every evildoer. Okay, well, we're all dead. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all going to hell.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's God's sword with no sheath. He's just killing everybody because that's justice. Yeah. That's what we deserve. Mm-hmm. Well, mercy came into play when he sent Jesus. And so there's conditions attached to it, right? We're supposed to love others as we love ourselves. We're supposed to believe in Jesus. We're supposed to follow God. We're supposed to seek justice and love mercy and walk humbly. I mean, there are conditions to the mercy to a degree. So I want to be careful with how I say that. But there are.
There's not condition to the love, but there is condition to receiving salvation.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So I don't think anybody would argue with that.
Okay, good deal. Yeah.
Anybody who's not committing, heresy.
Yeah. So a simple way to put it is justice without mercy is just judgmentalism. Mm-hmm. So kind of like if I just walk around judging everybody, then that's it. But if I'm not, if I don't have any humility or mercy, then I just look at everybody in an awful way because I'm judging you based on whatever I see that day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be true, surface level truth. There's more behind that. Because you can't just bring in somebody, well, you killed someone, you're going to die. That's justice.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I killed them because I caught them trying to molest my child. And that was the only option. Oh, well, hold on. Okay. We got to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the justice is just life for life, and we're done.
Yeah.
We don't need to know any more facts. See you later. And then mercy, again, without justice leads to compromise. So your question, mercy is just letting everybody get away with everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, because if we just broad spectrum give mercy, then yeah. And I think that goes back to kind of what my tattoo says is, be of great mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're just throwing mercy out there, we're not using our brain at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're not using the gifts God gave us for discernment and all of that. We are just compromising. Well, I'm not gonna hurt you because, whatever. I don't want to be bothered with it.
Yeah.
Or it's a lot of work, to bring you to justice and to really truly seek justice. So I'm just gonna blanket mercy.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a pass. That is just compromise.
Yeah.
You're compromising with everybody.
It's just passivity.
Yeah, that's 100% all it is. You're just being passive, and you're not bothered enough to. You just can't be bothered with actually using your mind and following through with anything.
Romans 1, starting in verse 18. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and righteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world, in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse. And then I'm going to jump over to John chapter 3, verse 36. Whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. Whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God remains on him. If we're not doing what God wants us to do, we can expect wrath from him. Everybody deserves wrath. Everybody is expected to receive wrath. The one thing that God offers those that follow him is mercy. And then the mercy stops the wrath and says, okay, because you are following me, I can withhold the wrath, and because you have entered into the family of God, you can receive grace. I mean, and justice is death. Like, it's not even revenge. It's justice, because I deserve this. Mm-hmm. I deserve death. It makes my skin crawl whenever I hear someone say, well, I deserve this. I'm like, no, you don't. You deserve to spend eternity in hell. Yeah. Like, and so do I. Like, that's what we deserve. But thank God that Jesus took our place and sacrificed himself and was sacrificed for our atonement. Like, praise God. Mm-hmm. The point is, like, we deserve hell. We deserve punishment, and that would be very just. That would be justice. But it's not just, and thankfully, it's not just about justice. It's about justice and mercy, showing mercy when it's appropriate and when it's available. Okay.
Hey, one thing that I just thought of is thinking of the order of the words and the order of that verse, to seek justice and love mercy. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that it's not seek mercy and love justice. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a distinction there, because like, if you love justice, you love watching people get punished. And then on the other hand, if you're seeking mercy, you're just begging for that one day.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're seeking justice, you're looking for the truth and looking for that,
Yeah.
but you love mercy. You love it when others are merciful. And when you can give mercy. You also can't give mercy if you don't have any power.
Yeah.
Right? It's like Daniel, I don't know, it's like a baby telling me they're sparing me a life, a beating.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my 6-year-old nephew coming to me, I'll spare your life. Oh, I laugh at that. Like, you don't have
Thanks,
the power
buddy.
to take my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's not mercy on his part. And so we cannot give mercy if we have no power. So it kind of goes back to, if we're just doing blanket mercy, we don't actually have any power to administer justice.
Yeah.
That's why we're just giving blanket mercy. We're calling it good and kind of, what do they call that? Virtue signaling.
Oh yeah.
Does that sound right? Am I using it correctly?
Maybe.
Is to say, oh, I have mercy for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always merciful. And then and no
okay.
one's calling me out going, bro, you're not going to do anything anyway.
Okay.
It's like, you're not giving mercy. You're just whatever. You're just not following through.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
I hadn't heard virtue signaling before.
oh, you haven't? Yeah, I've
so.
heard it on social media.
Okay.
And I think that's what it is you're saying
Kind of,
you're like a beacon signaling some virtue to the world when it's
okay.
really, you don't even, like, you're using it wrong, or you're giving it more weight and power than you should. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also look at this kind of as the meek versus weak thing. So I looked at myself as a good person for a long time because I didn't do confrontation. It wasn't that. It was, I was unwilling to.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I spared people that. It was I was unwilling to be confrontational. And there's this medium. If we're loving, seeking justice, but we love mercy, then we can be in the middle. We're not passive and we're not too aggressive. Right? We're not confrontational because we love it, and we're not totally merciful because we're passive. We can be in the middle and actually operate where God wants us to, because it's like being two extremes, you know, being loving justice and then seeking mercy is way over here. Like I was just talking about, they're on kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. But if you actually love the one and seek the other, it ends up in the middle. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Plays out perfect in my mind. I guess it's like being confrontational versus being non-confrontational versus someone who is willing to be in conflict to come to a resolution.
Yeah.
There's someone who loves to fight, someone who hates to fight, and someone who's willing to.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where this verse takes us. God is asking us to be the one in the middle.
Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking, my mind went a different direction.
Okay. Where'd you go?
When we're seeking justice, we're looking to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And we're looking for whatever that right thing is. But with mercy, we're looking to be like, to have the heart of God, where like he sees, okay, what is just and what is appropriate and right is for you to get throttled. But instead of like putting you in your place and taking care of business, I'm going to show mercy. But like, that's not just letting you get away with it. That's instructing you on on where to go from here.
Yeah.
Like, how do you?
And there's kind of a lesson to be learned there.
Yeah.
So like, say you're in court for something. The whole point of the judge to give you mercy, not sentence you to prison, is that you're going to learn from this experience.
Have you seen
and
those?
Go out and do better.
Those videos of usually it's an older judge.
He passed away recently.
There was a guy up in, the older judge in like Rhode Island.
Yeah.
There's also I see one in Texas every once in a while. Like they go through, and the one in Rhode Island was like the kind judge, and he was, everyone's like I love those videos.
Me too.
Because a lot of times he's like, yeah, I mean, because you can kind of tell that he was looking at the person.
Yes.
He's like, okay, I can tell that you're, I saw one video, a dude walked from somewhere to the courthouse, and it was like a 5-mile walk.
Yeah, I remember
5 or
that
10 mile
I've
walk.
seen that
He's
one.
like, you walked all the way from there to here? He goes, yeah. He goes, okay. And he's like, and the dude was like, I'm going to pay the fine. Can I get an extension? Because I don't have the money right now. But like, I'm going to do it because I did the crime. He goes, okay, we'll work something out. And I don't remember the end of it. I think it was basically he waived the fine.
I think so.
Because he's like, okay, clearly your heart is convicted and you recognize that you did wrong and you've already taken steps to do the right thing, to make it right. And so he was able to show mercy in that. But there's other times that the people was like, psh, this is stupid. He goes, okay, you're going to call me your honor. You're not going to call me anything else.
He was fair.
You're going to respect the system because you have violated society. And because you have violated the law, then you have to, like, now you have to do the crime or do the time because you did not, like, clearly you are not repentant of this. I cut you off there.
No, I think your analogy and the way you said all of that is exactly how I'm thinking about it. My words did not come out like that, though.
Okay.
You were much more eloquent.
Oh, it's the first time I've ever been eloquent.
You are.
I've got another verse.
Yeah, let me hear it.
James chapter 1, verse 19. Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. I probably should have read that one back when we were talking about justice and wrath, because usually you can't have wrath without anger. And I don't know of any example of somebody like enacting wrath when they weren't angry, or like getting revenge when they were not angry.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's we talked about this a while back, like where, you know, a lot of people want to have like a righteous anger. Like, I've got this righteous anger and I'm like, they deserve whatever. It's like, yeah, they do. But that's not, like, we don't need to act out of anger.
Right.
Because anger, like James was very clear, anger does not produce righteousness. And if we're not righteous, then, I mean, what's the opposite of righteous? Unrighteous, I guess. But like a synonym of that is ungodly. And Romans talks about if you're ungodly or if you're disobeying God in John, then your God's wrath is on you. And so, like, we need to be putting off our anger, and we need to be looking at looking at our criminal justice system. Like, we expect the police to act calmly and unbiasedly. We expect the court system to not be angry, because when you're angry, you're reactionary. You're not responsivary.
Responsivary?
Kind of got away from me. You're not responding, you're reacting. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Responding.
There. Thank you.
Okay.
After I was
Responsivary? I've never heard that word in my life.
Well, I can't even say that you knew what I was talking about, because you didn't.
I didn't even.
You thought I was talking about being responsible. We want the court system to be unbiased. We want the court system to be merciful towards us.
Yeah.
And judgmental towards other people.
Right.
And where was I going with that? I got thrown off by responsivary. Oh, I mean, we cannot, seeking justice is seeking to do what's right, not seeking to be angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. One comment that I had written down was that justice builds trust.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're just, people will trust that. And that's where that guy came in, that elder judge. Mm-hmm. He was just, but he also gave mercy. But people went in there. I mean, he built a humongous following because people trust him, because they're like, well, he's going to be fair. And then mercy builds loyalty.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree with, because I've seen that in business too. When you're just and you get rid of toxic employees, it builds trust with the rest of your team.
Yeah.
And then when you show mercy, man, they'll follow you to the ends of the earth.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Jesus and the woman caught in adultery.
Yep.
So like he's sitting there minding his own business, and the Pharisees threw a woman who was caught in the act of adultery in front of him. The Bible doesn't say this, but we can. It says enough that we can kind of let's expand and let's read between the lines and kind of expand out the scenario a little bit. She's caught in the act of adultery. The act of adultery. So likely she was not clothed. I highly doubt they gave her a chance to put on her clothes. Maybe she was able to grab a sheet. Did they have sheets back then?
I don't know. Camel hair?
I don't think it's maybe. I don't know if it's like unreasonable to assume that she was naked. Like, I don't think that's an unreasonable assumption.
No.
So like they threw a naked woman in front of him and said, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. First thing he did was he bent over and he started drawing in the ground. Now there's a couple reasons that he might be doing that. Number one, he might have been avoiding lust. Because it does say that Jesus was tempted in every way just as we are, but was without sin. That's usually how I interpret it when I'm telling the story. But it could also be him drawing the attention away from this woman. And if that is his motivation, where he walks over and he starts drawing on the ground and he pulls the attention away from her, that's merciful. And then he says, okay, you know what? Justice needs to be done. She does need to be stoned. Based on the law of Moses, like based on the law, she needs to be stoned. So here's what we're going to do. The right thing to do is to stone her. So let's be just about this. And whoever is without sin can cast the first stone. Whoever has
never done anything
wrong
needs to be stoned for.
Yeah. And like the law said, disobedient children should be stoned. Like children who disobey their parents and who do not honor their parents should be stoned. And so everybody should have been dead by 14.
Yeah.
And so and it is the scripture says that everybody walked away. Starting with the oldest.
A really quick story? Yeah. I thought it was you that said this, but I guess not. Someone else did. Their theory is that Jesus was writing each of their names down in the sand.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like each of the
crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Writing their name out. Like, can you imagine showing up and you're trying to punish this person and do something, kill her for something that she's done. And then he's like, oh, you know what? And then he doesn't know you. And all of a sudden, Daniel Schellenberg, Logan Ingram.
Yeah.
And then stands up and goes, which one, first one. He's never done it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Once we
he's creating a kill list.
Yeah.
A kill sheet.
Yeah. And it's
all right, first person that throws, we're going to kill all of these people here.
Yeah. And whoever's without sin, like, let's go ahead and get this first stone out of the way. Then we can all throw it. Yeah. But like, let's get this first one out.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so I've not heard him writing the names. I've heard him writing the sins out.
Yeah.
I've heard that theory.
I think having your name written down by somebody who doesn't know you, talking about killing someone for their sin, would be pretty startling.
That would be startling.
It would make me want to walk.
I'd feel uncomfortable.
Make me want to put my stone on the ground and walk away slowly.
Yeah. I was just
slowly slip through the crowd. No, I wasn't here.
But Scripture says that the oldest, like they all started leaving, starting with the oldest.
Yeah.
And the oldest were, and that's a different commentary, where how many old people, how many older men do I know that I look at them like they have no sin, like they don't sin. But if I were to actually sit down and ask them, their response would be something like they would laugh at me.
Yeah.
It's like, you think, of course I sin.
Yeah.
Daily. You have no idea the depths of my depravity.
Yeah.
And so like all these young guys are like, all right, we'll get one of these higher up, older Pharisees. They're going to throw this, and then I can start chucking them.
Mm-hmm.
And they all started walking away because they realized, okay, they started listening through like, oh yeah, like I can't throw a stone. I'm not going to be the first one to throw a stone, and I know these guys can't. And they probably helped raise the younger guys.
Yeah,
I know, and so they all just
You're
the older
lie
ones
in front
started.
of everybody.
Yeah, the older ones started walking away.
Yeah,
and so justice is, let's stone this woman because she deserves death. She broke the law, but mercy is recognizing that all have sinned. Every single one of them there has sinned and should have been punished. And it's the older ones realizing that I should have been punished a long time ago for a lot of things, but I was either I got away with it or somebody showed me mercy in the past.
Yep.
And then he goes to the woman. It's like, hey, they're gone. Like, who's condemning you right now? It's like, okay, so I'm not going to condemn you either. But he flips it. So there's mercy, but he flips it back. He's back to justice. Like, don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Leave your life of sin. Stop doing this.
Yeah. And that's a perfect story to lead into, like what I was going to say, is this is all a reflection of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking justice, loving mercy, and walking humbly with God. No one did either one of them three things better than he did.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of the comments I have is, men who walk in justice and mercy reflect the heart of the Father. Together, justice and mercy and humbleness, humility, they forge the character of Christ in us. And then through us, our families and businesses and community and everything can prosper, right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening to the Stand Like Men podcast. We really appreciate you coming here every week. We'd love it if you would like and subscribe, and send us any questions or comments that you have. You can leave them in the comments or send us an email at standlikemen@gmail.com.
Our verse is 1 Corinthians 16, 13, and 14.
Be watchful.
Stand firm in the faith. Act like men. Be strong.
Let all that you do be done in love.